This is Arif Halaby on your hometown station, AM 1220, KHTS. Hey, welcome back to the show. Arif Halaby, Total Financial Solutions, Save for Money Hour, talking about your family's finances and getting out of debt and managing your future. It's what it's all about here. We cover just about every topic, and this show, as well as last week, is covering Arif's top 13 of 2013. The companies, the individuals, the organizations that made a difference in my life, really, folks, if you will, that I think came through when times were tough for all of us, right? We have ups and downs, and because we had a great year with our company and family, because we all made it through the year, right? People are, oh, it was a bad year. Wait, are you on 2 feet or are you laying down? Look, if you're standing up, it's a good year. At the end of the year, we wanted to recognize, as individuals, as a family, as a company, the groups, the individuals that made a difference in our lives. And that's what Arif's top 13 of 2013 are all about. So we're talking to Cary Quashen from Action Family Counseling. It's an amazing company, amazing organization. I want to get into the details here. But Cary, tell me a little bit about your history, your involvement with the company.
Sure. I've been in the field of treatment or recovery now for, over 30 years.
Wow.
So I myself got clean and sober 34 years ago, and
nice.
About a year and a half into it, I decided that it's going to be my mission to reach out to people so they don't have to go through all that stuff that people have to go through if they don't get help.
That's right.
Yeah.
And over 30 years in the field, you've got to see a lot of trends, things coming and changing. What are some of the, let me back up a little bit, because Action Family Counseling, it's a drug and alcohol treatment, also handles a lot of behavior issues.
A lot of behavioral issues, yes.
Folks, very well respected, not just in the community. I want you to know who we might have in Santa Clarita. You might look at it and go, oh, it's Action, oh, I see it, that's a cute little, no. It's a nationally recognized organization with 12 centers?
We have 5 residential centers where actually kids and adults, different facilities obviously, live. They're like 30-day residential programs. We have 60 beds for sober living, which is a long-term deal.
Nice.
We have 6 different clinics where we do treatment for behavioral health and substance abuse. So we're kind of all over the place.
Yeah. And you and your wife have made a difference in Santa Clarita. As a matter of fact, you were recently honored by Boy Scouts.
We were. How neat that was.
Yeah, leaders of character.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I've been involved in a lot of stuff. That was one of the neatest.
Well, what's amazing about the Boy Scout leaders of character is when the committee got together 8 years ago, we weren't sure that we were going to be able to have this last forever, because they were doing 3 people a year. We're like, do we have that kind of amount of people in Santa Clarita? Is it really that deep? Let me tell you, the list goes on and on of those. And Cary, you're one of the few, the top, that were honored by the organization. I think they're up to 24 or 26, something like that.
I sure appreciated that.
Yeah,
that was just something really awesome.
It's the honor of the Boy Scouts of America to honor you and your family. So, Cary, Action Family Counseling.
Right. You
have seen some trends. Tell me what you're starting to see happen in the community.
You know, this community, amazing. I mean, if you read the papers, you have to see it. I mean, we had a huge, not that we don't still, but we had a huge crisis when it comes to opiates, heroin, and all that stuff, and the community came together with the heroin symposiums, the stuff that Action's doing, the school districts, everybody, the police, the J team, and what a difference. I mean, if you look at the numbers, for instance, deaths here in Santa Clarita, down 75%, and we're really one of the only places that have made such an impact. I think last year we had 16 confirmed deaths. I think it's 16 or 19. Actually, 12 and 13. It was down to 4.
Guys, look, I don't think you can live in Santa Clarita and not be impacted by the use of heroin and some of the things that are happening in our community, especially now that there's all this mixed messages with marijuana. As you know, should we legalize, should we not? And there's arguments on every side. I don't care who you are, what your bank account says, what the initials are after your name on your business card. Anybody's family can be wrapped into this drug and alcohol abuse here in Santa Clarita. It isn't like it was when you and I grew up when we were younger. Oh, you snuck a wine cooler or you had a beer. It's a lot different today.
And I don't know anybody who doesn't know somebody that's life is impacted by alcohol or drugs. I don't know anybody who doesn't know somebody.
Cary, this is an organization that you have founded, and you and your wife. I don't know.
Right.
I think she's just as involved in folks.
She really is.
Let me tell you, behind the scenes, she's more, but don't tell anybody.
Yeah, but don't tell anybody.
Yeah. That's why Leaders of Character is all about. You know, Boy Scout Leaders of Character, that award that he won, the reason that him and Kirsten were honored was because spouses are just important, right? How many times do you see an honoree and they pick one person, and that's nice, but often it's the behind-the-scenes spouse that isn't always behind the scenes.
Or the sacrifices that they have to make so that we can go out there and do what we need to do to help people. I mean, it takes a major sacrifice for that.
It's huge.
Huge. So, yes.
So I love that you guys are involved together, and thank you for representing the team, Team Quashen, if you will.
But Team Action.
There you go, Team Action. I started seeing more and more of families being aware of the drug abuse, but are you seeing that the drugs themselves are becoming more potent? Are they different?
The drugs are so much different today than ever before. I mean, look at marijuana, for instance. Used to be 0.3 milligrams of THC. That's the drug that gets you high. It's up to 20 and 30 milligrams now.
Oh my gosh, are you serious? So when we were younger and
it's not
kids,
the same drug.
It's not even close.
Yeah, and then you got the pain medications. I've been doing this forever, like you said. It used to be these little mini bennies and barbiturates. Now it's these opiates, oxycodone. These things are majorly addicted, and I'll tell you, because of the addiction, we are treating today even more accidental addicts than ever before.
Just from doctors' offices.
Just from doctors' office, and they really needed them for a while, but as they use them, they became dependent on them.
Yep.
So for the first time ever, we're treating people that are accidentally addicts with no history of addiction. It's pretty amazing what's going out there. So we really have to be careful. Yes.
Yeah, the trend isn't going in our favor. I mean, it's in some areas we're winning the war, if you will.
Well, here in Santa Clarita, we're definitely making an impact.
Yeah.
Everybody says, "Well, there's so much drugs in Santa Clarita." No, there's either as much or less now in Santa Clarita because of what we're doing, but we're talking so much about it here that everyone's aware, and that's what we want. We want everyone to be aware of what's going on in Santa Clarita and what they need to do. Knowledge is power.
Were you involved with the high school? There was a heroin symposium. You said symposium.
With the symposiums, yes.
Yeah, it was at the different high schools or junior high schools. Is that what it was?
That's the FIRE program, and we had speakers there, but no, I wasn't personally there. But we sent speakers.
Okay, yeah. They had a program that a friend of mine went to for, I think it was at one of the high schools. It might have been junior high, but I think it was at the high school. And I guess they planned for, I don't know what it was, 20 or 30 people. And I guess hundreds of them showed up.
Yes.
And the families, the individuals, the community was really hungry for information.
I think that was the heroin symposium. Yeah, actually, there was probably 300, 400, 500 people.
Wow.
In fact, I'm speaking at another one this Thursday. It's going to be in San Fernando Valley. It's the first one that San Fernando Valley is having because of the drug crisis they're having there too.
Where in the San Fernando Valley?
It's going to be this Thursday evening at 6:30. Boy, I can't remember. Granada Hills High School.
Okay. Granada Hills High School. Folks, just over the hill, if it's a place you want to visit, you can easily get there from here. It's in Granada Hills. Is there some other way for people to learn more about what's going on in the community, what Action does, and if they have a crisis, what numbers to call?
Oh, sure. You can always go to actionfamily.org, and that's our non-for-profit, and that'll tell you about the groups and the schools.
Nice.
And we just opened up a school, which we're very proud of, called the Action Academy, along with the Hart School District. Or you can you can call 1-800-367-8336, 1-800-367-8336, and that's our 24-hour helpline.
And you have an Action High School, you said.
We have an Action School. It's called the Action Academy now.
Action Academy.
The Action Zone on Ruther.
Nice.
Opened yesterday.
Wow.
And it's really exciting. It's for middle school and high school, 7th grade to 12th grade.
And is it like a self-study program or charter?
It's a sober high school. We're partnering with the school district.
Very nice.
So it's really there's a lot of sober schools. I think this is probably one of the first in the country where a drug treatment facility program and a school district are partnering together to make this happen.
Amazing, folks. Look, Cary Quashen, Kirsten Quashen, Arif's Heroes, top 13 of 2013. Action Family Counseling. If you drive down Soledad Canyon, you can't miss them. They're located there, and they have relationships all over Southern California. If you're in crisis or you need help, one of the organizations that made a difference, not just in Santa Clarita, but in my life this past year by helping out with friends and family, Action Family Counseling. Folks, Cary Quashen. One more time, how do we get a hold of you?
1-800-367-8336. That's 24 hours a day.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We'll be back in just a minute. You're listening to me, Arif Halaby, on Total Financial Solutions, Safer Money Hour. We'll be right back.